Happy New Year and welcome back to everybody after the Christmas break. The recipe we have for you guys today is a really sort of wholesome recipe for these dark winter evenings. It's getting chilly out there, alright? So we have another one from Davey Nutrition with a little twist that I've put in it myself. It's a chickpea and sweet potato satay. It'll get you about 3 to 4 portions. This one is a vegan recipe, although it does have Thai red curry paste in it. Some red curry paste will have fish contents in it, so just check if you want it to be fully vegan. Check on the back of your curry paste, whatever one you're using, whether there is a fish content in it or not. But this is a really nice wholesome recipe. As I said, you can do it with rice or you can leave it as is, because you'll get a lovely complex slow release carbohydrate from the sweet potatoes that are in there. So I hope you enjoy this one, guys. Chickpea sweet potato satay, recipe number 1 of the new term. Starting off with our ingredients, guys, we're going to need 4 to 5 medium sweet potatoes, 2 onions, 4 to 5 cloves of garlic, courgette, the juice of 1 lime. Then we've got some Thai red curry paste, turmeric and curry powder for our spices, ginger paste, peanut butter, soy sauce, chili flakes or fresh chilies. And then just there and on the side we have 1 tin of chickpeas and 1 tin of coconut milk. So there's a big hello from myself. Getting the prep work done. The oven is preheating now at 180 to 200 degrees. I'm gonna slice the ends off my sweet potatoes, peel them, and then dice them to about half a centimetre thick slices. Next up, we're going to dice up our courgette. So the way I do this is I chop the ends off both sides. I slice 1 line down the middle and then I just dice it into semi-circles. So my sweet potato and my courgette are now diced. The oven has been preheating, bear in mind. I'm going to put these into a big baking tray. Add 2 tablespoons of olive oil. One thing I didn't mention in the ingredients at the start was garlic powder. So I'm going to sprinkle over some garlic powder, shake it all around, and that is then going to go into the oven for 20 to 25 minutes. Before we put that into the oven, we're going to move the courgette and the sweet potato to one side of that baking tray, and we're going to put the drained tin of chickpeas in with it. Once we have that done, this whole tray with the chickpeas, courgette and sweet potato is going into the oven. Just important to keep the chickpeas separated from the vegetable mix. Pop it into the oven at 180 to 200 and off we go. We're going to dice up our garlic and onions next. Now I think I used about 4 cloves of garlic. I am mad for garlic, so if you don't like that garlic taste, you can just take down the number of cloves you use. A simple little hack for making dicing garlic very easy is to slice down lengthways without cutting through the garlic fully, and then come across widthways, and then you go into your nice fast chopping mechanism as you are going to see here. Once I've done all that slicing, we chop it all up nice and fast. That is sped up a little bit. I'm not that good yet, but we will get there. So that is the garlic done. Similar technique for the onions, where I'm going to chop the ends off both sides, slice it down lengthways, and then dice it widthways, which gives me really finely diced onion and garlic. I just find it's a handy little tip that can get you through it quite quickly while keeping those fingers safe as well. So when we've got that garlic and onion diced, we're going to heat 2 tablespoons of olive oil in a large saucepan over about a medium heat. The onions and garlic are going to go in, and we're going to sort of saute them until they become a golden brown. Now you can use fresh ginger or ginger paste as seen here. We're going to add about a heaped tablespoon of that into this mixture as well. And we want to keep the contents of the pan moving so as not to burn it. We just want it to get to a golden brown sort of level. I'm adding in my chili flakes, about a tablespoon. If you don't like it that spicy, you can lower this amount down. If you prefer to use fresh chilies, that's fine too, but maybe if you can't handle the spice, just take the seeds out. So you can see now here, it's at a nice sort of brown golden color. My 2 tablespoons of Thai red curry paste is going to go in. So we want to add that to our pan and then stir right around so all the contents of the pan become covered in the red curry paste. So you should end up with a nice red looking pan after this, with everything covered in a layer of that curry paste. When we're happy that everything's covered in that curry paste, we're going to give our tin of coconut milk a shake, and then we're going to pour it all in, mixing it all around. We don't really want to see that white colour here. It should sort of fuse with the curry paste into a light red colour. We're going to mix it all around. As I said, we're going to bring it to a light simmer, and then we're going to leave that for 5 minutes. Now we're going to add our spices, peanut butter, soy sauce and lime juice. So we want a tablespoon of curry powder, about a teaspoon of turmeric, the juice of 1 lime. You want a heaped tablespoon of our peanut butter, ideally an organic natural peanut butter if you can. And then finally, we're going to have 5 tablespoons of soy sauce. We're going to mix that right through and leave that pan simmering away. Roughly 20 minutes should have passed now since we put the sweet potato, courgette and chickpeas in the oven. So what I'm going to do next, after I've mixed up everything in that saucepan, is take them out. Now this is where it becomes important that I kept my courgette and sweet potato and chickpeas separated. So we're going to take everything out of the oven now that was in there. Listening up now to this next part because it's important for the rest of the dish. So if we want them chickpeas a little bit more crunchy, we're going to leave them in there for a little bit longer, okay? But our sweet potato and courgette will be getting taken out of the pan. The easiest way for me to do this without mixing everything is just use a spatula. So they'll be taken out of the oven rather and into the pan. We're going to mix it all up, and then we're going to simmer that on a low to medium heat for about 20 to 25 minutes. The chickpeas, if you're happy with them, just leave them as they are, but leave them out. Don't put them back into the oven. If you'd like them a little bit more crunchy, you can put them back to the oven as I have done here, and we'll worry about them at the end. But for the minute, you're just giving that pot or the pan on the hob a stir. You want to be stirring it about every 5 minutes because you don't want it to get stuck to the bottom. You can see me just getting my timer on board there. Other than that, just let it simmer away with that stir every 4 to 5 minutes for a 20 to 25 minute period. You can see there, you've got a lovely simmering away, and how the colour has come to that nice satay from adding the peanut butter and the soy sauce. And personally, I like my satay nice and thick. You'll see the finished product here now. If you'd like it a bit more watery, simply just add some water to it. This dish is lovely garnished with pumpkin seeds, again adding more protein and healthy fats. So bon appetit guys, enjoy.